Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Galih Dwi Nugroho from Muhammadiyah University Jakarta. Today, we are going to dive into the world of API gateways, from the basic concept to how we can practically use them, both as consumer and as service provider. Let's get started. Core concept API and API gateway. Core concept API. API, Application Programming Interface, a set of rules and protocols that allow software application to communicate. Server as ready-to-use building blocks for developer. Goals to simplify and accelerate development. And core concept API Gateway, a single entry point for all requests from client to backend service. Act as a facilitator, security guard, and traffic manager for APIs. Okay, describe core architecture for API gateway. As we can see in this diagram, all client types on the left don't talk directly to the backend service on the right. They are go through the API gateway in the middle. This gateway manages everything from security to request routing. Key benefits of using an API gateway. Why use an API gateway? And one, increase productivity. Developer focus on business logic and not infrastructure. Two, lower cost. Pay as you go model. Three, high scale and performance. Distribute architecture to handle traffic spikes. And the last point, secure and stable. Centralized security and protection from attacks. And slide top features. Top features API gateway and number one, API lifecycle management, comprehensive security protection, flexible permission control, precise throttling, request verification, data conversion, monitoring and alarms, automate tools, API markets, JLL. Use case, real world application. Number one, building a digital ecosystem, exposing internal service to external developer via an API market. An example, a bank opening is API to fintech startup. Two, enabling multi-terminal access, a single backend serving various platforms, web, iOS, Android, through a gateway. Ensure a consistent user experience. And the last point, integrating complex internal system, connecting various microservice, messaging, data, orders in an orderly and secure manner. Transition process flow. Basic step of calling an API, obtain API documentation, create an app, option authorization, call an API. They are three key elements. Number one, API or service, the target you want to call. And two, the application or client, your identity as the caller. And the last point, the permission or authorization, the key that that connect your application to the API. This process consists of four systematic steps. Calling an API step 1 and 2. 1. Obtain API documentation. Understand how the API works. An example and endpoint, parameters, and response. Code console, developer portal, or provided documentation. Without this, we are blind and don't know how to make a call. 2. Create an application. Register the caller's identity in the system. You get an app key or public ID and app secret or secret key. These credentials are required for the authentication. Calling an API step 3. Obtain authorization. Request permission for your application to the call the target API. The API provider grant authorization to your app key. Your application is now trusted to access the service. And the last step, call the API. Method A. Method A is recommended. And using an SDK simplifies the calling process and signature generation. And method B, HTTP request. Manually construct the request, example URL, headers, and the body, including authentication headers. And this slide, the SDK code example or HTTP request example. Process flow, opening an API. Opening an API is structured process to expose your backend service to the outside world securely and controllably. This process consists of 6 fundamental steps. Opening an API steps 1, 2, 3. 1. Create an API group, a container to manage a set of APIs. Automatically get a domain for testing. Bind a domain name. Use a custom domain, your own, for public access. Point your domains, CNAME record to the testing subdomain. And 3. Create an API definition, the core of the process. Define the request, backend, and response. Maps a public path to an internal backend service. Okay, next slide. Opening an API step 4, 5, 6. 4. Publish the API. Deploy the API to an environment or states. Test, pre-release, production. Makes the API publicly accessible via the bound domain. 5. Authorize the API. Grant permission to a client's application or app ID to call your API. The fundamental access control. And the last step, configure security protection. Mandatory. Apply security policies. An example, traffic control, signature key verification, and IP filtering. Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.